Hey guys, so in previous video we discussed what is single responsibility principle. So this principle says that a class should have only one reason to change, meaning it should have only one responsibility. And in that we discuss an example of email sending system. So now the second principle we are going to discuss, that is open close principle. So this principle says that any software entities, maybe classes, modules, or function, should be open for extension but closed for modification. Now, what does it mean? Let's take an example for payment sending system. So, what happens is that whenever we go to a particular, let's say we go to any site where we need to pay. Let's say Zomato, we go there, right? And then we have to pay for the order, right? So there are various options: credit card. Then we have a Paytm option. Then we have a GPay option. UPI option is basically there, right? And then there is a cash option. Cash on delivery option is there, right? So various payment options are there. So if we see the first example here, before applying OCP, that is open close principle. So what it is doing, it is having a class, single class is there, and we have implemented a function for credit card payment, and then we have implemented a function for PayPal payment, and let's say we have another function for UPI payment. Now let's say we wanted to implement a new function, let's say for cash payment in future, right? So what do we have to do? We have to modify this entire class to create a new function there, right? So this violates the open close principle. Now, if we modify this, so how can we modify this? We can create an interface where we can declare a method called process payment. And then we can implement this interface for separate type of payments. Let's say we have a class called credit card payment, which can implement this payment method. And in that, it can implement this process payment. So for each type of payment, we can have a separate class which will implementing this payment method. So in future, if we wanted to change any specific class or include any new class, we don't have to modify any other class, right? We simply need to add a new class and it will be good to go, right? So this is what open close principle is used for. And this is something a production level when like software engineers are working on a production level application, they're coding it, so they keep this principle in mind so that their code is clean, compact, and like it can be stable, right? So these can be this is what open close principle is used for. So new functionality should be added by extending our existing code rather than changing it. So instead of modifying this class, we should be able to use the existing functionality and add a new class here, right? So this is what open close principle says.